Today we're talking about money.
So what I'm doing basically is teaching people how to fish and not just giving them the fish.
What are the biggest mistakes you've seen women make as regards finances?
Anytime I talk about finances, I like to talk about mindset. I tell people money is not the end goal, but money is a tool that can make you achieve what you want to.
How exactly would you advise women to prioritize and create financial goals and a plan to achieve them?
They want quick money. Oh, how can I make 1 million, 5 million naira in the next 1 month? You cannot tell me you want to invest when you don't have an emergency fund. So what is going to happen when you fall into emergencies? And that is why people get into debt.
That is a conversation that a lot of people sometimes don't want to have, but it's needed.
Not even only as regards finances. You can't do life alone.
Yeah.
You need people by the corner. Oh, you don't understand this particular thing. Somebody does. I know a post one time that I made 350% in like 11 months from the stock market. And everybody wants to know the stock, so they'll go and buy it. And in my head, I'm like, do you even understand how it works?
Today we're talking about money. And that is a conversation that a lot of people sometimes don't want to have, but it's needed. Financial intelligence is one of the core values you must have as a woman in our lane. You must know how to take care of the resources that have been given to you, how to handle it, and how to use it for your own advantage. Letting money work for you is very important. And with us today, we have someone who is seasoned. She is seasoned in the financial knowledge. She has a lot of financial experience and wealth and knowledge to share with us today. She is the founder of ESTHER, and she is a seasoned speaker. She's a coach. She has mentees, and she's an educator as well. We have with us today Esther AKINTAYO, founder of ESTHER.
Thank you for having me on board. And I'm so glad, and I'm looking forward to an amazing conversation as regards money. And just like you've said, a whole lot of people don't like to talk about money, but it's something we must learn to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you. Thanks for joining the conversation. And I'm happy we're having this conversation about finance. So let's even go into, what you do, the basis, the whole background and the foundation of your business, which is ESTHER. Can we go into what you offer and then how exactly it is you're solving the problem of financial illiteracy?
Okay, so I would say it all started from passion. A lot of people like, oh, it's a normal thing to hear passion, yeah. But I love to talk about money. Like, you just see me seeing somebody having a struggle, and you see me telling you, oh, do you know you can actually do this? And then I just do it casually, yeah. And then the person comes back weeks or months later telling me, oh, I applied what you asked me to do and I got results. So that was middle of last year. It became more serious. I became more intentional about it. And that was when I was in a gathering with some of my other tribe members, with my mentor. And we were just discussing about resources you have that is meant for other people and not literally for you. And it just dropped in my spirit there that, oh, I want to celebrate my birthday. That was the month after. I was planning to probably throw a party. And it dropped in my spirit that you can't give everybody money, but you can teach everybody about money. And that was how it started. And right there, God was telling me the person to invite on board to actually speak. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I look up to this person, but how am I going to get this person to speak? And so that I don't get afraid of that vision, I had to share it openly so that they can hold me accountable that this must be done. And after that webinar, it was online. A lot of people started reaching out. Thank you for organizing this. How can I continue to do something like this? How can I save? How can I invest? Oh, some of the words used there, I really did not get it because it's like an hour session.
Yeah.
And started breaking it down in bits. And God was still saying again, do you know you're going to have like a community out of this? I said, I don't have time because I don't even do anything relating to finances when it comes to my 9 to 5. And then like one of the way God speaks to me is like 2 people coming and they're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know that's not the end? Where I'm like, why are you saying this? And somebody else is coming that is not even close to me, saying the same thing. And I'm like, God. So we started.
Message received.
Yeah. And you know when you're starting something like that is not even in your niche again, you just see something like, oh, I just feel like doing this thing. I don't necessarily want to monetize it and all of that. And I started anyway, and we are where we are today. I'm glad that I'm able to do what I'm doing because I've seen or heard stories of people just come to my DM. Oh, Esther, I'm not even part of ESTHER, but I follow your WhatsApp updates. I follow your Instagram posts, and I've gotten out of debt. I really don't know how I was able to pay the money because my salary is not even up to that amount. And I'm like, okay, I'm so glad to hear this. And so I have TIF Income, which is an exclusive community for people that want to learn about money. I'm able to hold them accountable on the platform because I tell people something, not even only as regards finances. You can't do life alone.
Yeah.
You need people by the corner. Oh, you don't understand this particular thing. Somebody does. And that person can break it down to you and simplify it and also make sure you actually benefit from it. So what I'm doing basically is teaching people how to fish and not just giving them the fish.
Nice.
Yeah, so that.
And that's what you say. You're teaching people how to fish and not just giving them fish and just, handing things out for fun. They will learn to, and then they'll be able to teach other people. That's that. Well, the goal has to go. That's yeah, it's a chain. Very good chain. Thank you so much for that. So far, what are the biggest mistakes you've seen women make? And we're focusing on women because, of course, our community is for women. But of course, you've seen people make generally as regards finances. What are some mindsets that you've seen and some mistakes, financial mistakes that you've seen over and over that it seems like it's a norm now?
I really like when you said mindsets because anytime I talk about finances, I like to talk about mindset. Because you see a lot of people telling you, oh, it's very easy for you people to say that we should save this amount. It's very easy to say, oh, we should invest in this, invest in that. It's not really realistic. There are people like that up till now that they see some figures and they believe they cannot attain it. So mistakes I've seen women make in particular is probably postponing financial responsibilities or them being intentional about their money. So you see people in their 20s and they're telling you, oh, I still have a whole lot of life ahead of me.
Yeah.
Let me just buy the luxurious wigs now. Let me take Uber to anywhere I'm going to. Let me buy those clothes. Let me go party. Let me go club and all of that. And they don't even know that is the best time to stay intentional about your finances.
Yeah.
And they are literally following the same path that people of old generation did. Because at the end of the day, you find out people like that, they don't have any savings, they don't have any investments, they don't have any retirement plan. They don't even have a financial goal because that's like even the little thing you can have for you to be intentional about your finances. So that's what I would say is one of the mistakes that women make. And now they really need to take it very serious. Money, I tell people, money is not the end goal. But money is a tool that can make you achieve what you want to. Or everybody's purpose is different. But one way or the other, money needs to come in. We are here right now. If it is not money, then we cannot actually propel our voice for people to be able to hear what we are saying. So one way or the other, it's not like we are saying, oh, money, money, money. But yes, money, because you need money towards achieving that goal. And you actually need to take it very serious.
So now that we know that there needs to be a mindset shift, how exactly would you advise women to prioritize and create financial goals and a plan to achieve them? I know you said we're not supposed to live alone. We need to have accountability partners. How do women actually start this process and actually get to a point where they have emergency funds, where they have solid investments that when money is working for them? Because I know it's a step. It's not just going to happen.
Definitely.
It's not just going to land on anybody's feet. But what kind of steps do they have to take after they've had that mindset shift in order to get to their goal?
I like that you know that it's a process, because you see a whole lot of people out there, they want quick money. Oh, how can I make 1 million, 5 million naira in the next 1 month? And they're falling into a lot of scams. So the first thing is, yes, you already have a mindset shift. You are now intentional about your finances.
Yeah.
I tell beginners that you cannot do your financial journey alone because it is very easy for you to go back to your old ways. Let me put it that way, especially when you have a cycle of friendship with people that are actually not being intentional about their money. And that's one thing. So like you're now like probably the only white sheep among like black goats. So you need people of like mind. Like now, let me use myself as an example. Probably I'm just starting my journey, financial journey. I already have a mindset shift that everything is possible. But now I need to move out of my comfort zone, move out of the circle of people around me to know that, oh, I need people that are also on the same journey with me. It makes it easy that I am not alone. Oh, now we've decided that we want to go on a 30 days challenge.
Yeah.
That, oh, for the next 30 days, I'm not going to be having Cold Stone again every week. I want to save that money towards my future. Oh, is Cold Stone bad? No. A lot of people can enjoy and also have a balanced life. But it is now very wrong when you cannot delay gratification. So now you are setting your goals, your priority. Esther's goal is not Dami's goal, right? One of my goals can be, oh, I want to be able to save 50 million naira before the end of this year. Dami cannot say that if she knows how much she earns. So now you want to be realistic to yourself. You want to have a smart goal being set. SMART is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So I am not doing copy. I want to do what works for me, what works for my current financial situation. So a goal is very important. So some people choose to do quarterly goals. I even like to break it down to make it easy, because when you say 50 million naira for the next 1 year, that it looks like not possible.
People.
Exactly. But by the time you break it down, probably you are doing about 15 million naira or less in a quarter. Then you're able to ask yourself, how can I achieve this? That's about 5 million naira in a month. Can I really achieve 5 million naira in a month? Now, you don't want to be overly ambitious.
Yeah.
Because you can call big figures. If your business revenue is generating 100K and you're saying 5 million, then it's like expecting a miracle to happen, yeah? So you want to set goals that are smart. That's like the first thing. Also have a plan, because you can just have a goal and by 2025 end in December, you're in church again and you're praying, God, please grant me financial freedom, because you didn't work towards that goal. And that's why you need people to hold you accountable. You said you're going to do this month. Are you doing it? We're asking ourselves these questions. Another thing is budgeting. So a lot of people think budgeting is restrictive, but it's not, because I feel budgeting is even a big flex in the sense that it's flexible. It is my budget. You cannot control my budget for me.
Right.
So I'm the one that can decide that, I am on a salary of 500,000 naira. Probably I'm a Christian now. I have to pay my tithes, which is 50,000 naira. Or I have 450,000 naira left. How do I want to apportion it? For somebody that lives in an apartment that you have to pay for, then you need to actually have an amount you save monthly towards that.
Yeah.
Food, very important. You must eat. Put it. Transportation. You cannot put 30,000 naira transportation when you know in a day you spend 2,000 naira to work. So it's like you're sitting down to know, I spend 2,000 naira to work. In a month, probably I go to work 20 days. That's 40,000 naira. Yeah, you're putting it there. So you're putting everything. Also in your budget, you're also allocating your emergency fund.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I tell people. You cannot tell me you want to invest when you don't have an emergency fund. So what is going to happen when you fall into emergencies? And that is why people get into debt. You see a lot of people invest in the stock market or have investment somewhere that is locked for a year. And then they have medical bills to pay or something. Somebody now that is under like black tax. They are calling you from the village. Mama is sick. Or something happens to mama's shop. Definitely, you can't watch your mother sleep where there's no roof here.
Yeah.
So now you have to borrow money, which you are not supposed to do. So that is why emergency fund is very important. Then after you have your emergency fund, you have savings towards a particular goal. You can even save towards that luxurious wig you want to get. You can save towards your car. You can save towards your home. And then you can now start thinking about investing. And now for starters, you don't want to just jump into the stock market, because right now there are a lot of news about dividend payments. Everybody wants to invest in the stock market
to get the dividend.
I made a post one time that I made 350% in like 11 months from stock market. And everybody wants to know the stock, so they'll go and buy it. And in my head, I'm like, do you even understand how it works?
People want fast.
You do exactly. People want fast money. You don't know how it works. You don't know the ones that I'm actually losing. I'm having a minus.
Yeah.
Can you take it?
Yeah.
Because you need to know that, this was my risk appetite is very important. Like now, currently, I cannot put all my money into Forex or crypto because I'm going to cry. Some people can take it.
Yeah.
They can lose 100 million in a day and they'll be fine. But some people, if they lose 100,000 in a day, they'll be telling you they want to commit suicide. So you want to know the level where you are and actually work towards it. It looks like a very long process, but it's not. Just start small. Start with people to encourage you. Make sure you have people around you that you're working towards the same goal, towards the same journey. And that way, it's actually very achievable. I tell people financial freedom is achievable to all. You don't need to be like Elon Musk or Bill Gates before you say you've achieved financial freedom. For me, once you are able to meet your needs, once you are able to meet basic things of life, enjoy luxury, travel without depending on the income coming in monthly, then you are good to go to say you're financially free.
We're talking about investing and financial education and financial literacy. How important is it for you to ensure that you stay educated and informed? We have so many financial literacy books out there. We have a lot of, but is it enough? Is it enough just to say, okay, go and read, and then you can start, or go and read and then you're in a community and go and start? Do you actually need to have like a proper mentor? How does someone go from, okay, I want to ensure that my money is good? Because of course we know everything is a risk. we know it's a risk, but how does someone go into that mode where because you see the experts in it and you see that there's something different, that you guys have when it comes to financial literacy. How does someone get to that point where they know their onions and they're able to stay true and actually begin to make wise financial decisions?
Okay, I'll use myself as an example. Like I said, I love to talk about money.
Yeah.
So even before the whole finance thing or trying to be more intentional about it, you just find me paying for courses. Oh, this person, I know this person he has been in the stock market for a long period of time. He has seen results for him. I don't depend on reading books alone.
Yeah.
Because some of these books here are reading, they've been written a long time ago. And the world evolves. A lot of things changes. Yeah. And even in those books, most times, it's more of motivation they give you. Oh, live an intentional life, set your goal, this and that. Most of the time, it's more of like a motivation for you to now do more work. So people must actually be ready to read. Reading is very essential, especially in the finance world, because you want to monitor the market, especially if you're investing in the stock market. You want to know the kind of shares you want to buy. People just want things on a platter and go, oh, just tell me which one I buy. In my head, I'm like, So that's where it's easy. Do you know the kind of work that goes into people trying to make research to know which is good for them? So most times, if you can't do the research on your own and you can't go through the stress of doing all this research, you can have somebody to help you out. So that's why you see people that have financial advisors.
Yeah.
You see people that they have mentors that put them through. And again, it's not far-fetched when you're even looking for a mentor. It's not until you have a celebrity finance person. Yeah. You can start with people around you that I know this person likes to talk about money to put you through. So reading is important. You doing your research is important. You having a mentor, if you can afford it, a financial advisor is very, very important. Then also joining communities is important. So I tell people, community, even everything in life, association. Okay. Like now, let's say I want to go to Beggar and I don't know my way, and I'm in a community. I just need to put it there. I'm going to Beggar. I don't know my way. If everybody don't know it in that community, they will have a friend that knows. Yeah. And that is the power of community. So financial communities like Thief Income is a great place to actually want to join, because you see people that are on similar journey with you. Some have gone ahead of you, that they can tell you, oh, this is where I was. I was once in this position, and now this is where I am now. So I can testify that, oh, this is actually a good place to be. And then you see people also with you that you're on the same level that is also looking forward to actually getting better in their finance journey. So in all of it, just do what works for you, because you see some people say, I don't really like reading. Can attend webinars also. We can go for seminars organized as regards finance. People must be ready to go all out. Yeah. When it comes to you taking financial literacy, very important.
So you're just being intentional, taking intentional.
That is the word. Yes, intentional.
Towards your financial.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So what does success mean or look like to you as a person? This doesn't even have to do with finance. It might not have anything to do with finance, but what does success mean to you, Esther?
Okay, so to me, when it comes to success, or me saying, oh, I'm being successful, I'll say it means two words majorly: freedom and impact. So let me start with impact in the sense that, oh, I want to be able to meet somebody today. Like now, I am here meeting somebody today, and probably I don't even remember the person. And in the next 2 weeks or a year, I'm meeting the person again. The person is telling me, oh, do you know, I met you so and so. What you actually told me has changed my life. In the sense that I'm able to leave an imprint of me in that person that the person can work with. Probably the person was depressed when I met the person. Now I'm able to actually give the person lift. It might not even be finance. It might be in any aspect. And you're able to pinpoint and say, oh, I've been able to move from point A to point B because I met Esther. That's me saying, oh, I am being successful. So me. And also freedom, in the sense that, oh, I'm able to afford what I want to afford. I'm able to enjoy the good things of life. Like, I like enjoyment. I know enjoyment is in stages here, but I'm able to enjoy the good things of life without worries, peace of mind. I'm able to save, I'm able to invest, and most importantly, I'm able to give out of anything I have, like give out to people, help people. In that instance, I'm successful. That's one thing for me as regards being successful.
Thank you for sharing that personal, definition of success. It's really beautiful, and I always like hearing that. So what are some resources that you would like to share with a woman who is building financial literacy on her own lane? What are some resources you'd like to share, and then where can we know more about you?
Okay, so financial resources. Let me start with books. I advise people or women now to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Psychology of Money. I say most times this book helps to reorientate people about change your mindset about money to know everything is actually possible. You want to read Financial Psychology of Money. You want to read Rules of Wealth. I also love that book.
Yeah.
That book is able to tell you this. Then this book will not really be common, but definitely you will still find it online. 45 Common Money Mistake. That's the number one book I recommend to anybody that joins my community and that I meet and wants to know about finances. 45 Common Money Mistake. That book is a real gem. You want to read it and digest it and read it all over again to understand. Also, you want to follow finance people that talk about finance on YouTube, on Instagram. Learn about finances. They break it all down. The thing is, these resources are available, but it still looks like it is not because people don't maximize it. So that is why you have to be very intentional about maximizing it when it comes to your finances. Also, pay for courses. This is 2025. You see people, they also want everything to be free. And I was like, really?
Right.
You must be ready to pay for courses. You must be ready to invest into your own life. Because even before you say you want to invest your money, invest in yourself, invest in your knowledge, and then you can be able to do all of this. Okay, as regards finding me, yeah? Okay, I'm available on YouTube as ESTHER AKINTAYO, then on Instagram at the ESTHER AKINTAYO. And also, I have a WhatsApp community, which you can actually be part of. It's an exclusive community, but I think most of the details are on my Instagram bio. Yeah, which is the ESTHER AKINTAYO. So once you're on my Instagram bio, you can get through to me. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us today a lot of valuable tips and resources. And of course, we know that it's not just about what we are learning today, but it's starting at least a movement of people who are actually going to take actionable steps towards better financial decisions and a better financial economy for themselves, and are able to share this with others. Thank you so much, Esther, for joining.
Thank you for having me.
If you have one or two things that you learned, please drop it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share. Bye for now. Don't stop walking on your own lane.